Yes. Sit out, please. Just smooth, easy swings. Feel the motion. Don't try and put power in. Pull through the left hand. Nice. Careful of doing that. It's up there, not back there. Just onto the head open. Up, above. Second. Nice. Sandal hips at this point, looking to the front. It's not step back, step forward. Pull. Yeah. Push. From there. Body movement. Nice. Very different. Nice. Third Ken Suburi. The Ken is vertical. Angle back on the second. Vertical. Draw back. Everything in line. It's not the same position as second. Very settled hips. Nice. Ready? Remember, we're not looking for power. We're looking for precise form. Get a precise form, good mechanics, and the power is very easy to add. Ready? 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 Make sure left is left. Go on this. Ready? And a nice turn. Ready? 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 Switch hand me. Ready? Smash. Ready? 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 Ready?
Abgeschlossen.
Ready? Up! Ready? Up! Ready? Up! Ready? Up! Remember, handling is everything. 4 pillars of Aikido. First is handling. Training isn't incorporating handling, something's wrong. And it's quite precise what handling means. So, watching just now, I was quite a lot of, well, quite a lot, some leaving the shoulders very square to the front. So, 6 Suburi. Cinch. And then, always that sense. Seventh Suburi. Up. 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 I'm moving quite quickly through them because we need SUBURI, but we need everything else too. Now, back to the first SUBURI. Left little finger, nice grip. Pull. Pull. And you're going to do 20 full power. But the way you seek the power mustn't come from using the shoulder cuff muscles, but from this. Aye! 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 Was that explanation really clear? Good. 20. No, 10. Saito Sensei, one of his famous comments was, it's better to do 10 lightly than 10 100% than thousands lightly. Come into striking distance. Just 2 inches away. Okay, go. Slowly. Hold the sword in that hand. Stop it away. Hey! Very clear how body and weapons marry up. It's called Kennoria. Right leg to the side. This is only valuable if you do it in a certain way. My first cut must be strong, but it mustn't be sort of swipe. Second point, switch instantly. This is now very like second SUBURI. Let's cut and switch and step. You must have each move well defined. Oh. It's the body movements. Ken moves because your body moves. That's the key point. If you chase your Ken, funny things happen. Move yourself. What we have to work towards anyway. So we've got to deal with one and the other one at the same time. So I've got to get Janice on the way up and Alan on the way down. That's pretty hard. What it means is you have to virtually remove the switch in the middle. So it's one of the very clever things in a taijutsu when you make a move that isn't there. Very slowly. The cut and the switch were virtually the same thing. The cut to Janice was virtually the same cut. And then I can, doing it full speed. Recipe for wax on the head. So you don't feel you've got to go at full speed. But what we don't want to be thinking is correct is, and he's politely waiting to be kicked. So if we slow down, that's fine. But then we still want to get one on the up, one on the down. That's what we work towards. So you've got your wasa. As I say, you've got 2 cuts and a switch. So the switch has to be efficient. I wouldn't say fast exactly, but efficient. It's like you don't really do it. Cut, switch. Hey! Up. We could do many techniques from there. To get benefit from this practice, imagine you're still holding the sword, and you're making the cuts and the switch. And then, but that doesn't matter. I could equally as well do up. But it's the feeling of cutting. You try and wave your arm, nothing will happen. You put the feeling of cutting into it, and there's all sorts of techniques. But we won't worry about a technique just to get to that point. Only on the right hand, because that's what we've been doing. We're not doing the technique, we're trying to feel. I'm still holding my ken, if you like. Aye! And hold strong, hold strong. Don't bias it, because if I start to move this way and he pulls back this way, then I do this. But strong, so I have to move him. And again there, all from the hips. Hip exercises. Nice.
You often see people do this. Move through the fingertips. You have to sort of change your angle a bit. Here, with the ken.
What do you think of that? Anyone have an opinion on that?
There should be more movement in the centre of the body, it will be more effective.
I suppose that's... No? Shoving is never like you know. Here now, this is my line, hand me, and I switch hand me. I've moved round. I haven't pushed through. Your instinct to come up, bring his hand across here is to push it. But actually, if I switch hand me, on the other side, and everything is quite easy to do. Saito sensei. Arms that work like pistons don't have kokyuho in them. The arm should be. That's what we have here. This is the arm working like a piston. Everyone know what a piston is? Well, I learned that when I was talking for years about capstone, and then I found that no one knew what one was. But that's kind of what you can learn from this. So the sword is that switch. The taijutsu is that switch. And it changes your aikido completely. Because it's all the body. It's the body movements of the sword in taijutsu. Arms going like pistons have no kokyu, therefore they're not aikido. Hey, try a few more. Hey! So it's the left foot moving rightwards, but there's something special about it. I don't put it down until I've turned. That's kind of removing the turn. Dead slow this time. Off the line, of course. Anyone puzzled? No. Okay. I'm going to have a cup of tea then. Nice. You must cut. This is a blade, and you must slice with it. It's not a duster. So we don't want that with it. So, see that? Just as I start, I just turn my bokken slightly. So I can deliver what would be an effective cut. It's not for his bloodthirsty nature, because these kind of movements, this cutting action is, we talk a lot about down cutting with the ken, but also cross cutting. Real kata. The feeling of cutting, not just the feeling of stepping to the side, but the imagination. Cut! So, don't go too fast. Both, you can all slow up. Get the good feeling of it. You can feel a cut happening. Equally, this is wrong too. Because you weigh, Hanmi and Ken are completely dissociated and it's hard to come back. Okay? But there's little waggles. Got to have a belief in the cut. Nice. Yokomenuch Shihonage. Attacking with the right hand side. Aye! Aye! Oh, I was going to let you off that, So we're only doing it to one side. So the first part is now the hara cut and the crisp turn. Please think of it as a hara cut and crisp turn. Don't just resort to walking across here. Still using the ken. There's a point about fast turn. Don't put the foot down. So, Harukat. Trouble is, it comes on so fast that Okis tend not to like it. You don't have to kill them. That's so it's the same. Ken Shihonage. That's Shihonage. Shihonage Omote, in fact. Very pretty. The point here is now, it's very relevant, although not directly related to what we were talking about. Common. So when you're dealing with yokomen, catching it in the air before you do the technique, that's not right. I have to cut him down. Now. You can never do techniques catching a hand out. Won't embroider it too much. Point that. Cutting him down before this movement. So what you see is Shihonage. That bit. The bit that's got a label, Shihonage. Actually, no, I don't really need it anymore because I've taken control completely. But I can see us doing this kind of thing rather a lot. Just making a gesture of the yokomen. But the ken. There's ken in the first bit too. I just didn't make too many points all at once. Thank you. Mass. The right leg going leftwards. The reversal is what always foxes people here. So I'm cutting right to left, and I bring the sword this way. Right again, isn't it? Rightwards again. So it goes back on itself. That's very important. Because the next one doesn't. All the ken movement is consequent on the body movement. If you just put it down on the ground, it won't do a lot. That's about how you should think of it in your hands. So I make my first move. And my second move, in as much as you can divide them in half. What we don't want is the sort of the stiffness in it. If you grip the weapon fairly firmly, when you move, that's where the power is. There. You're coiling this way. Now you coil the other way. The coil is the key. That's the theme of the morning. Your mind goes into the ken. You're led by the ken. But actually, the body is where you put the energy. Then when the ken isn't there, you have an imaginary ken, a line of power. which you can do things with. Okay, that's just a reminder. Nice. Come on, Magda. So we start from Kosadori. Or Yuribinaga. Ikea. The point is this. Now the reversal. The reversal is not of the hands, but of and here is the whatever you like from there. Yonkio, Nikio. Depends a bit on how the Uki responds. Is that all right? Or did I give you too much choice and you don't know what to do now? Well, no one's complaining. Nice. Then we came here. I made the mistake of defining a couple of techniques. So your mind goes on to the technique. It was meant to stay there. So, takes hold. My right hand, Kosadori. Cross there. Now, that bit. And see what happens. Because, you know, strong, he's above me. Break the balance a little bit, cutting feeling. Now, suddenly start thinking Nikio or Ikio. But the whole point was, just think the impact of that. Whole body moving. And his you can be quite strong there still. Nice and loose. Oh. See? That's the point. Once you get technique in your mind, you tend to try to execute the technique with growth. In Aikido, you can sort of think, you don't think of, I'm doing Ikio. You can sort of think, well, how do I catch the balance? You know, you know, that's Awase and Kokyu. It's not the ABC of Ikio. You have to know the Nikio. In Nikio, just the same, really. Probably the circle's less obvious. Here in Inage. Big swing. But many people will do that swing wrong because they'll swing from the shoulder. From the shoulder. Instead of from there. Right. We have run out of time. There are 4 more in the series. We'll carry on this afternoon. Yale. Gotowy, proszę Państwa?